there are a number of areas that I would like to focus in on, and aviation is a wide area. It's not just the airports and the passengers, it is the manufacturing end, and it's vital that we do look after and get the planes flying, because otherwise our manufacturing industry will collapse, and Northern Ireland depend heavily upon one of our major manufacturers in Northern Ireland. We have many involved in the aviation industry who depend upon planes being sold and planes being built, and that's vital. But we've got many areas to look at. One is in relation to connectivity, not just with the wider world, but regional connectivity. And Northern Ireland in particular, we're suffering at the present moment in time with a reduction in the number of flights that we can get, and to even come to London, which is our capital city, and with the difficulty we have in getting here. We have flights, we used to have 5 or 6 per day coming out of the international airport to Gatwick. That has been rationalised down to 4 a week. You know, these are the sorts of numbers that really make it very difficult to actually grow business on the back of it. But one of the things that we look at, and I think it is good news in relation to a vaccine and trying to bring back some confidence to the public to actually make use of flying, and that flights can go ahead safely, and ensure that we get adequate people vaccinated to ensure that it is safe to fly. Many within the industry have done everything that has been asked of them to try and encourage people onto planes, and unfortunately sometimes government has not moved with industry whenever they've made recommendations of what can be done, and they've had to take measures themselves. But one tool that I think is vitally important from a Northern Ireland perspective is APD. And I think there was a study done by York Economics in relation to the removal of APD as on a national level, and how that would benefit and potentially save 130 routes that could be lost. And actually, the cost to the Exchequer would not be exorbitant. In fact, there would be 3.3 times the GVA that would be created by reducing that by increase in those who would travel. It costs £13 additional money to travel from Belfast to Bristol for every flight. Yet you can go to Dublin and you will not see it, because Dublin have been very active in relation to reducing APD and encouraging people to use them as flights. Interestingly, the Republic of Ireland government have made an announcement about putting in 80 million for a country with a population of around about 4.5 to 5 million people. They're putting 80 million into Dublin Airport, and that's really a predatory approach that they have towards sucking the life out of our aviation industry that we have in Northern Ireland. And that is something we really need to waken up and see how can we put in place measures to ensure that after this pandemic is away, that we have an industry that is still vibrant and people will be willing to use. Thank you.